Why am I the dope who keeps walking into these punches? Why do I keep doing it? Gino and Keanu, I go, oh, you guys are my friends. Will you help me through a tough time? Sure, I will. Until I hear from the person we really want to be friends with. Forget that they're still living in, the drug den they got arrested in and still living in a polycule, unless Kayla walked. But no, we still want to be friends with her, not you, you ugly troll. It is very much high school Mean Girls. No, the pretty girl who's up and makes all the mistakes and then talks shit about you. Not you, you big ugly ape. Oh, okay. I understand. I see how the game goes. I see how the game goes. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan says, Mr. Kill Everything said on MLC he has a baldo and he showed it. Thoughts? He's a ballsy man. He's a ballsy man. Nico says, any insight on Kayla's lawyer? I don't. Look, I know everybody wants to drag me into shit talk and trash talk, and I can't repeat anymore. Nick, Kayla, and April doing worse doesn't help my life. Nick, Kayla, and April getting better doesn't help my life. So if it doesn't cost me anything, I'd like to say I want them to get better and live healthier lives. I want him to get his children back. I want him to value his children more. I want him to do the things that I will say this, after all this and all the wrong I did in not reporting things sooner and not doing more to help those children, it's made me a better father. And I have done a better job with my kids, and I'm closer than ever. I listen to my kids more than I ever have. And Peter Sky Parker says, aha, so you did report it. Well, I mean, I talked about it on the show after his Coke stream. I kind of that kind of counts as reporting it. I mean, I'm talking about it openly. I was named in the search warrant, for Christ's sake. But yeah, it's made me a better dad. And that's the difference between pulling the nose of the plane up just in time and crashing that mother of the mountain. Now, he walked away from the wreck. I want to see him rehab and get better. But I pulled the nose of the plane up just in time after doing terrible, awful, disgusting, depraved, degenerate things. Like I said, same thing with Gino and him losing his job. It doesn't make my life any better to watch him do poorly. Plus, he hasn't been the mean one, the nasty one, And let's be honest, the liar. I mean, let's be honest. We provided the receipts on this show. So far, it's been remarkably dishonest. But I get it. Like, hating steel toe clout is something some people need. There's only one of them who does it with success, though, and that's Melton. I was reading Kiwi Farms, and they had a great point. They're like, it's so sad to watch people be steel toe A-logs. They sit there and watch him take a sip of water and go, the mask is slipping. I thought that was a really good one. From a website that thinks I'm a total, by the way. So I'm not sitting there going, oh, they really like me. They don't. Like I said, whole thing's made me a better dad. Whole thing got my family back, man. That wedge she drove between my dad and I and my cousins and I and my family and I'm so glad to have them back and to hear them say they're glad to have me back. And then, I really could have lost my kids. And if we would have bought that house, I have no doubt that the mother of my children would have tried to get the kids. And she should have. She should have. The woman I'm with now said, I would have done the same thing. I would have tried to take those kids away from you immediately. So again, pulled the nose of the plane up just in time. But instead of hating me or instead of, despising me for whatever they think I've done, and I have ratted them out and ratted myself out and all that stuff, I get that. But look at me as an example that you can still turn this thing around. You know what I mean? I really do. I would still to this day be like, here's the steps you can take to get back. I said that to Kayla when she got out of jail. I said to her, I go, do this, do that, and you won't, nothing will happen to you. You'll be fine. You'll be on the roads to getting your kids back. And she just kind of went, I'm getting help and you don't have to worry about it. You got out, remember? You saved yourself. And I'm like, I'd like to, it was an offer to help you as well, but I can't help you from the inside. I can't be attached to that. I'll lose my life. I'll lose my children. I'd rather get made fun of on the internet and be told I'm this terrible, awful, monstrous guy by people with an agenda, but have this loving relationship with my children and this loving relationship with my family and hopefully a budding, healthy relationship with a woman I'd rather have all that and get made fun of on the internet than the opposite, which is nobody on the internet knows. We're all living in this fucking deranged polycule where drugs are everywhere and children, 8 instead of 5. And I lose everything. And by the way, they didn't need me to make that case. They were ready to roll already. I was the cherry on top, so to speak. Recovery is possible for people who want it, said Spector. It is. It is. But you have to want it. And you have to say you have a problem. SH says, no jokes. I'm glad to hear that your kids and extended family are on good terms again. Gurmy says, it's funny now all the people calling April Megamind are now simping for her. It's because they hate me. And also, they said all kinds of things about her and drugs when she would show up on the show in rough shape. You know, they would say all kinds of things about her sexually, call her all kinds of terrible names when she showed up with that swimsuit on. Stated their goal was to drive her from the internet, and then when they did, they celebrated. But because they think that, like, complimenting her somehow impacts me, which it doesn't. That's the beautiful thing about divorce. They do that now. It's gross. Like I said, I'll put my character up against any of these people, and my character is severely damaged. Still better than all of theirs. That's why you got to have a real life outside this shit.